You want revenge. You want them to hurt the way they hurt you. Let me tell you something twisted, deliciously cold. The best revenge is not screaming, not fighting, not proving anything. It's silence. It's looking them dead in the soul with zero emotion and walking away. Because nothing terrifies the guilty more than your indifference. They expected rage. They expected breakdowns. They wanted chaos. But you gave them nothing. No closure, no response, no weakness. You stayed calm. And that killed them slowly. You see, the world is addicted to reactions. It feeds on them. Social media taught people that if they can provoke a response, they own your power. So they poke, they betray, they manipulate. And the moment you cry, scream, plead, or explain, they win. But if you just stare into their chaos, cold, collected, calm, you strip them of control. You become the monster they can't manipulate. They don't fear anger. They fear silence. They fear the version of you who doesn't give a damn anymore. The version who doesn't argue, doesn't beg, doesn't explain. The version who has already buried the pain, turned the betrayal into fuel, and walked off the battlefield with their soul still intact. You want to destroy them. Don't yell. Don't post quotes. Don't make threats. Vanish. Improve. Elevate in silence. Let them scream into the void, trying to figure out where you went, what you're thinking, if you're even thinking of them at all. That's how you haunt someone, not by chasing, but by becoming untouchable. Let me break your illusion. You don't need revenge that's loud. You don't need revenge that posts pictures to make someone jealous. You don't need a scene. That's what weak minds do. They perform their pain, hoping someone feels guilty. But those who hurt you, they don't feel guilt. They feel power. Until you take it back, and you take it back by doing nothing. Not nothing in defeat. No, nothing in dominance. You stay silent not because you're broken, but because you're rebuilding. You don't argue because their words don't deserve your breath. You don't fight because you've already won. You don't explain because explanations are for those who still care. You don't care who they date. You don't watch their stories. You don't post for their attention. You rise without their presence. You kill them by becoming unreachable, by glowing in rooms they can't enter anymore, by building a world where they are no longer relevant, not even as a memory. The moment they realize they're not part of your growth story, they crumble. And one day, when they realize, when they scroll through your progress, alone in their darkness, they'll feel it. That sting, that ache, that whisper. I messed with someone who became untouchable. And that echo of regret will be louder than anything you could have screamed in anger. You see, silence is not weakness, it's strategy. The world underestimates the quiet one, the one who doesn't react, the one who just disappears. But that's the one who is most dangerous, because while they wait for a war, you become a storm. You turn your pain into power, your betrayal into blueprint, your scars into strategy. And when you re-emerge, they won't recognize you, because you're not the person who was broken. You're the person forged by fire, hardened by silence, unshakable, transformed beyond their reach, beyond their apologies, beyond their manipulation. Let me tell you something raw, something real. When they ghosted you, when they talked behind your back, when they betrayed your loyalty, when they laughed at your pain, they thought it wouldn't come back to haunt them. But oh, it always comes back. Not in shouting, not in fights, but in karma, dressed as silence, in a quiet, cold shoulder that burns deeper than any scream ever could. They'll remember the way you didn't chase. They'll remember the way you didn't stoop. They'll remember the way you vanished and came back unstoppable. And by then, it's too late. They'll see you glowing in silence, building in shadows, winning in private. And they'll beg for the version of you they destroyed. But that version is dead. You didn't heal for them. You healed to bury them in your success. You didn't stay calm to keep peace. You stayed calm because their chaos is no longer your home. You left the battlefield and built an empire. And that is the cruelest revenge. Because when they circle back, and they always do, there's no room for them in your world. No space, no opening, no access. They'll knock, you won't answer. They'll text, you won't care. They'll talk, you'll stay silent. Because silence is the loudest, I moved on, you'll ever speak. You want power, control your reaction, control your presence, control your energy. Revenge doesn't mean hurting them. It means becoming so elevated, they don't even qualify to hurt you anymore. That's real dominance. You see, they thought they ruined you, but all they did was redirect you. They pushed you off their cliff, but you grew wings on the way down, and now you fly over the mess they're still stuck in. That's the story they'll have to live with. They had access to you. They ruined it. Now you're unreachable. No scream, no fight, no closure, just silence and success. So next time someone wrongs you, don't explain, don't beg, don't react. Just smile, walk away, and become everything they told the world you'd never be. Because nothing burns like regret. Nothing stings like being replaced by peace. Nothing haunts like realizing the person you betrayed became the person you can't get back. And nothing, absolutely nothing, is louder than the silence of someone who has outgrown your chaos. So, stay calm, stay cold, stay silent, and let time do what it does best. Expose every lie, break every mask, and make every demon beg for mercy. From a ghost they once called weak. Let them choke on your silence. Let them drown in their guilt. Let them realize too late that their greatest mistake was thinking you'd always react. But you didn't. And that was the ultimate revenge.